Hello, welcome to today's video diary for finding my way with Pi, purpose, intention, and emotion. I am Pi, and today I want to talk about what it feels like to receive and allow receiving to happen and allowing it to happen. It's interesting. I am in the place now where I am ready to make myself available to help others. And if you've followed the video diaries, you've heard me mention before that I've mentored women, and I love mentoring women, and I still keep connections with many of the women whom I've mentored, and I got to connect with one of them this week. And for her in particular, she was such a gift for me. She really helped me tap into that, my strengths and my passions, and really what I feel like is my calling, and just the experience of mentoring her was amazing. And it's amazing with all of them, but she's in a different part of her life, and at the beginning I wasn't sure how it would go, but realized as we connected through the process and that, oh, this is my sweet spot, and I just love working with people. It doesn't matter what area of life or phase of life you're in. It showed me I can be of service, and that was so cool. So anyhow, fast forward, and we've reconnected. It's now outside of the work environment, obviously, because I have left my job. But she made a comment to me, basically like to compensate me for my time. And I just want to reflect on what that feels like inside for me. It felt like, I guess, I want to say uncomfortable, but only in the sense that unfamiliar. Maybe that's a better word. It felt unfamiliar. And it was like, wow, this is a totally different feeling, right? So just to talk about the feeling of, it's one thing to collect a paycheck when you work for a company. Those customers are paying that company, and they're paying for a service, and you collect a paycheck as an employee of that company, and that's one thing. Like, it's just this structured thing, and it's such an institution. I've just never even questioned it. It's never felt weird. It's always just how it works. And so now, being outside of that institution and that structure and that system, and just any money I earn, it's just, for me, like putting myself out there. And so things come up, from emotionally. So am I, what would I even, what would I even charge? Being okay with receiving and accepting when people want to give me more than what I say, that has blown me away. And I'm so deeply grateful. And also there's a little like stunned disbelief, like, me? You want to give me that? I don't know how to describe this. It's the strangest feeling to be so full of gratitude, because what I feel like is I get to do what I love. And when I can be in service to others doing what I love, amazing. And I'm learning I need to be okay with receiving. I must be okay with receiving as well. And I haven't fully figured that out for myself yet. Would love some tips on that. And now that my radar is up, I'm sure I'm going to start, finding some tips and things about it. But it just feels different. It's exciting and scary at the same time. And I do wonder if as I move down this path and it becomes more familiar and I start to be more comfortable with it, does the scary subside? Is the scary just there because it's new and it's different? Is that strange that our brains do that? There's lots of science as to why it happens, but when it's unfamiliar, it's like a trigger for our brains to be like, what's up? Something's up. Something wrong? Should I be scared? Should I be scared? Maybe that's just me, but I've seen other people do it too. It's a little embarrassing to say out loud because I think often I come across as just incredibly self-confident. But, this is important. This is important. We are, none of us, immune to being human and having, self-doubts or, talk about self-worth, or when we talk about self-esteem, self-confidence, all of those things, it's all in varying degrees for each one of us. And none of us are immune to questioning it sometimes or getting used to something new that may impact those areas in a way that haven't been impacted before because it's new. So the cool part about this is getting to examine what I'm feeling and then getting to think about it, understand the thoughts that I'm having, the emotions that I'm having with those thoughts, and then what's the most important thing to me. So again, if just a reminder, this is what I'm going through is this trick of it's acceptance and commitment theory. And basically it's the trick of separating yourself from the thought, recognize the thoughts that you're having and then the emotions that you're feeling, then determining, what's most important to me, and then thinking about actions going forward that will align with what's most important to you. So acceptance and commitment theory, also known as ACT, which I love because it's like taking action, mindfully based, conscious action in your life based on the information that your emotions provide you with. So my thoughts were like, wow, people want to compensate me for this, and sometimes more, often more than what I asked for. And what are my emotions there? Well, I feel grateful, but also uncertain. And should I accept it? That's the uncertainty piece of it. I guess the fear part of it is, which is silly, and this is so only me. Maybe it's not silly. There was another thought. I'm being silly for having this. No. No negative self-talk. I'm being human. And I'm working through it. So those are some of the emotions, the fear, maybe the fear that it won't be enough. Theme. And what is most important to me? What's most important to me is that when I work with people, that I see them, that I listen to them, that I can help them listen to themselves so that they can chart their own course and lead their own intuition-led life consciously. That's what's most important to me. Think of it almost like, I am like, if you were to call me a teacher or a coach or whatever, when I work with people, I'm going to borrow this from my classmate. A coach is like a car. They just simply help you get from where you are to where you want to be. That's it. And that's what I want to do. That's how I want to help people. Okay, Great. So knowing that that's what's most important to me, then what actions? Well, I'm starting to do those actions. I'm starting to make it more visible through my social media platforms, and I will be getting information page or website stood up here fairly quickly to allow people to connect with me more easily and see the community more easily. And when people want to compensate me, if they want to compensate me more than what I've asked for, the action I need to take is to feel the gratitude of that, feel the love that's coming from them, accept that, be able to love myself enough to accept that, know and trust that I am able to give to the world how it's meaningful to be able to give to the world for me in the most meaningful way that I can. And so then just to accept with gratitude and receive with gratitude and thanks. That's how I want to act mindfully. That's the action that I want to take. It's such a neat place to be able to be talking about this particular topic right now. I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about it because it feels like, I don't know, like money can be a thing for people. I think it can be a trigger for people. I'm sure I'm no exception to that, obviously. But I decided I did want to go ahead and talk about this today. A, because it is the emotion and the thing that's up that I need to be talking about. But B, because I know, I've said this quote before, what's most personal is most universal. And perhaps there's someone out there who your income is based on the service that you personally provide. And maybe it'll help you too to recognize if you have any resistance or discomfort around accepting and receiving. Maybe it'll help you recognize a little bit of why and go through that exercise of, well, what's most important to you, and then take actions there and let the rest be okay. Just trust it. So yes, maybe easier said than done, but this whole thing is to represent what it can look like, just raw, real, unscripted, courageously vulnerable when there are emotions like this that are up. How do you work through them? Because we're all just finding our way, all of us, no exceptions. So thanks for being with me on this journey. I am so glad that you're here, and I hope it helps you too. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.